as you may know, it just so happens that I record these videos on Thursday, and Nintendo announced that the NX is now Nintendo Switch today, and so I'm really excited. I did a breakdown video of the trailer earlier. I just couldn't wait to record this, so I was like, I'm gonna just throw this shit together, and I think it's okay for a first time. Again, like I'm still learning, and I'm still doing a lot of basic editing and things like that, so I need to invest in a microphone, I think is what it is. It'll also help with these videos to get better sound quality. But yeah, I mean, so the Nintendo Switch is out, or the trailer's out. It's coming in March. Nintendo reaffirmed that. Since the trailer release, they released a lot of other details to outlets, like a list of third-party support. I think they announced some other details of. Oh my gosh, I totally just blanked on it. I think it has to do with the controllers and things like that. Again, they're not going to release too many more details because it seems as though some prior rumors were true that they were going to do this and then divulge more information at the investors keynote next week on the 26th, I believe. Japan 26th, which means it'll be like either our 25th or 27th. They're ahead of the US by a good chunk of hours. And so we'll hear about that in the middle of the night on one of those days. And yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone is. It was the most talked about thing today. I feel like it kind of buried the Red Dead Redemption 2 review, but not too much because I think the audiences are different. The Switch is an unknown, and Red Dead, I mean, if you played the first one, you know that it's pretty good. Again, I haven't played that one, but my brother played it, and I saw him. And again, the reviews speak for themselves. Rockstar puts a lot of effort into their games. They're not going to throw out crap. So if you like Red Dead, you're probably still into that, looking forward to it. But if NX, sorry, it's old habit. If Switch is anything to go off of, Red Dead 2 might come to the Switch. Who knows? We haven't gotten final specs on power and how it relates to PS4 or Xbox One. But it does put Nintendo in an interesting position because this is, I think, it puts them in the same position as they were this last generation, where their console still seems like it's going to be the more underpowered of the two. But again, they're not competing with them. They're competing with a lot of things, with gamers, mobile users, tablets, it seems like. I just kind of want to vent about just some quick thoughts that ran through my head about when I was seeing the review, and that thing looks big. Almost too big, but I'm not gonna bash on it because no one else has really talked much about it. I think because we're all pretty positive about getting the announcement period. But I figure I see a lot of people with tablets or they carry around Chromebooks or small laptops, and so I think something of it's a little smaller than that, because I think the rumors also said it was going to be about 6.5 or 6.7 inches, the screen size, which is, you know, about the size of a good phablet or a small tablet. I think Nexus had a 7-inch tablet, and a lot of other people have 7-inch tablets, but these have controllers on the side. Again, we'll see how that plays out, and we'll also see how it plays out in kind of how people use it. The trailer obviously is a marketing tool. They want to convince you, yeah, take it wherever, you know, it's super portable, you can play with your friends. But whether people will actually do that, I'm not sure. I also don't know how many systems you would need for a family. Like a home console you leave at home and the family can share accounts. This is just me personally. We can all share the system, have multiple accounts, but a handheld is more personable, and like my handheld is my handheld with my account. So how are they gonna price this, and how are they gonna market it in terms of how many you actually need for your family? Again, that might just be a niche problem of certain people. Because again, right now they're marketing it towards just adults. Like, I don't want to use the term millennials because it's a really nebulous term. I looked up. It's apparently millennial covers anyone right now that's between 18 and 36 years old, which I think to me is a really big gap. I mean, hot damn, I didn't know I was a millennial, you know. You can check that stuff up. It's really interesting. But yeah, that crowd, a lot of the people on there were, like, I made fun of it in the video about that chick with, like, the 70s decor. She's some sort of hipster chick jumping over to the roof of their neighbor's house. And then you got those contemporary bros that like play race, that go to kart racing on the weekends, I guess. And then of course you got the urban people who play basketball. So they're really trying to cover the broad spectrum of who's going to be playing this NX. But they are targeting the older people, an older audience, it seems. But at the same time, I mean, I've seen people throw their children tablets and smartphones all the time. So who knows how it's going to play out in terms of marketing down the road. And again, in terms of power and in terms of the competition. Because it's neat to just say that you're not competing. But the reality is people who play video games have to make a choice between which of the three they want to support, because the other reality is a lot of people can't be spending $300 to $400 per system as they launch, along with $60 games. Gaming is pretty outrageous. It's an expensive hobby. So yeah, unless you work in the game industry where you're able to borrow from the studio library or the office library, as well as just borrow from your coworkers. Not all of us are in that position, so when it comes to what system you're gonna get, I think it's interesting of where Nintendo stands with the competition. Knowing that Scorpio and PS4 Pro are coming out, I think that's where I'm more interested in where this battle is leading to, or where this competition's heading, because it's kind of like this is where the Xbox One and PS4 are. Right now, Nintendo doesn't have a competitor in that space. They're releasing the Switch, and then the Sony and Microsoft guys are now re-releasing another tier of console that bumps it up again. But I think the gap in terms of graphical power and processing is a lot closer than it seems, because yeah, you look at like PS2 graphics compared to Xbox 360 graphics, night and day. Look at a little underpowered PS4 versus a PS4 with more RAM. The graphics aren't that big of a deal. What becomes a bigger deal is, again, the RAM, the GPU of like, can the shift sustain the larger world that's in Red Dead 2 without so much fading in or like preloading or loading screens in general. I don't know, it's something we'll have to see in the future. Again, I don't mean to take such a negative attitude. I'm really excited about it. I want to see where it goes. I want to see what Nintendo can do, and I want to know more details. So next week, I'll probably also be covering more of this after the shareholders meeting. And of course, other outlets will cover it too. And we'll see where we are next week. And that's kind of all it for now. I'm trying to shorten my videos to like 9 to 10 minutes long to see if people click on them more, just so that they're not so long. So I'll go ahead and cut this one short here, and I will talk to you guys next week on Leveled Up Weekly. Leveling up your... I still haven't figured out a phrase. Super cheesy, I know. But anyway, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, please share the video. The more people you share, the more views I get. Thank you, and I'll see y'all again next week. It's like the third time I've said that, isn't it? Bye.